Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election held in Nigeria on February 25, 2023, and the results controversially announced on March 1st, 2023. And that result had been challenged at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, where the verdict was given on Wednesday, September 6th, 2023, and the matter is now headed to the Supreme Court. Now, one of the recurring decimal in recent political discourse in Nigeria, especially in relation to the petitions that followed the election of 2023 presidential election, was this claim that the judiciary are being intimidated, that the judiciary are being blackmailed. You heard it, it echoes even in the judgment that the justices delivered on Wednesday. They hinted about social media and all that. And there have been all this talk that the judges are being intimidated, the judges are being blackmailed. And it is important to situate it logically so that people are not deceived. So that because we are all reasonable human beings. So that is why I'm making this video, and then to draw attention to what people said recently. And first of all, before we go into those allegations they made, I'm posing a question. Between those in power, those who hold levers of power in Nigeria, and the social media mob, who have the power to blackmail the judiciary or to intimidate the judiciary? That is the poser. You can give your answer at the commentary box. Then I will give you my own perspective on it. Who, between those in power, who holds levers of power, and the social media mob, or those on social media, they are accusing of blackmail, which among this set of people really have the power to intimidate and blackmail justices of the Court of Nigeria, justices of Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, justices of the Supreme Court? That's the question we are going to answer. Because all this idea that I want to debunk this idea that somehow the mob or the public are intimidating the justices. Because I want to really see how the ordinary Nigerians on social media could be able to intimidate the judges better than those who are in government, who hold levers of power. Now, let us begin by, first of all, looking at a case study of what we are talking about. A senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, and human rights activist, Femi Falana, he has alleged that the judiciary had never been blackmailed and intimidated as it has been with the current presidential election petition. He said in an interview with Channels Television that some individuals had misconstrued his words in a recent meeting to blackmail and intimidate the judiciary. He said, "We have been having election petition since the colonial era, but none has attracted such level of blackmail and intimidation of the judiciary." Just last Friday, we were at a program in Abuja together where I addressed the labor union. Some dubious characters got a copy of the video cassette and they put on top in a very criminal manner that if the judiciary fails the Nigerian people, there should be a coup. As if I said that, going on, he said only a deranged mind could have concocted such a treasonable statement. Okay. This is Femi Falana saying this, making the allegations about uh, people blackmailing the judiciary from his own perspective. Also, remember that recently, a retired Supreme Court judge, Justice Mary Odley, said that feeling cheated in 2023 election doesn't justify blackmailing judges. Here again, she accused those the critics who criticize some, maybe those who criticize past judgments that they couldn't understand, and who are calling on the judiciary to do the right thing. Especially, about the hashtag all eyes on the judiciary. So obviously, she believed that they are blackmailing the judges. She had spoken at the colloquium and book launch of Chief J.K. Gadzama on his 25 years as a senior advocate of Nigeria. Now, similarly, the former governor of Rivers State and now Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, in a recent interview with Channels Television, also accused those criticizing the judiciary as a result of the outcome of the tribunal judgments as blackmailing the judiciary. He also agrees that judiciary is being blackmailed using the social media, that's why you watch the interview, you keep on making reference to, I don't want to talk about social media. I don't forget about social media. We're talking about the evidence. He was always emphasizing on social media, and he was talking about the blackmail. Now, these people and more, because they are not the only ones. Even the social media is filled with people who are alleging that the critics of the administration, the critics of the judgments coming out from the court, are blackmailing the judiciary, are blackmailing justices or judges of the tribunal. That's what they claim. But none of them can run away from the fact that there had been complaint, even by senior lawyers, about the recent judgment coming out from the courts. There was an interview where Chief Olisaba Koba, senior advocate of Nigeria, former president of Nigerian Bar Association, where he admitted that there are certain judgments that are coming out from the courts in Nigeria that he couldn't, as a senior lawyer, he couldn't even wrap his head around it to explain how these things come about. So he was asked to predict what he think will be the possible outcome. He said he cannot predict that if it were before, when judges deliver judgment that you can actually understand the letters of the law and the evidence that they use in arriving at their decision, he could be able to afford to make a prediction on a legal matter. Now he said he don't want to go into that. Okay, he said he's not going to go into that. So which means that it's a serious problem. It means that it is a serious problem, not just those who are outside calling on the judiciary to do the best. But now, let us look at it this way. In terms of blackmail of judges, who between those in government and those on social media has power to be able to blackmail or intimidate justices? Who among them? Just ask yourself that. Who are among them between those in government and those in the social media can be able to order EFCC, DSS, ICPC to go after justices? Which of can those on social media order EFCC, DSS, EFCC to go after justices of the tribunal? No, none of them have the power to do that. It is only those in government that could be able to order these agents of government to go after justices to make sure that they do the right, their bidding. So therefore, it is a fallacy of judgment to say that it is the social media that are intimidating and blackmailing judges. It is not possible. The social media people, the ordinary Nigerians on the street, those who hosted the billboard, all eyes on the judiciary, cannot be able to intimidate the judiciary. They are only appealing to their conscience. But there are those in government. Those in government have the power to blackmail, to intimidate. And we have the history of Nigeria, from Onegan to all those judges that have been removed, showed exactly that those in government can intimidate from top to bottom the judiciary to do their bidding.